When you go to todo at topdev.com, you can use it free of charge, nothing that you need to do. And you get the ability to log in with Twitter, Google, Microsoft or Facebook. We'll be using Twitter for today. Just get a small loading. And you get your lists. And you get the ability to edit lists. So you could change the name. Add one for today. User rec. And now you can see that it's here. So you can add items, change the priority, delete them. That all works really good, and I'm not sure why I'm getting an error. Maybe that's something we need to look at, but for now, that's fine. If you're in the stream, make sure to say hi. It's always really nice. Let me also make sure it's there's a message on my Telegram and on Reddit, so people can know where to find me. Hello John, how is it going tonight? So John, you were interested in the way to make BUnit with autofixture better. Pretty good, new stream came in, so I'm hooking it up right now. Nice, that's pretty cool. How big is your screen? Oh, that's pretty big, nice. But for now, we made a way that you can register your services, and this means that when this server is requested, it's automatically gonna inject them. But I'm working on it. I talked with Igor from BUnit, and I'm gonna add a way to create a user's service provider, and that way we can create our own way of requesting services for BUnit, and then we can just hook it up with autofixture. So it would be a really nice add-on, and I hope to showcase that on Wednesday, and otherwise next week. Yeah, next week. If it isn't merged and all that stuff. Will it also work with IMapper? What would you want to do with IMapper and BUnit, John? I can go to GitHub and do a showcase of what intentions is. Yeah, so you injected IMapper. Yeah, you can just mock it. Or so yeah, there's an got it to work the old way. Well, there's gonna be an test service provider, and you can register your own, and this is just a function with an interface with get service. It's really easy, and you can register your own server, And then bunit is gonna catch all the surfaces. So it first checks if you assigned it by hand, and if you didn't do it, it's gonna check if there's a fallback. And if there's a fallback, it's gonna, well, use yours, and then you can just have auto fixture do whatever, so return a mock. Yeah, I worked with EGL on it, and I'm gonna work on it tomorrow, because today is the stream. We also added the hot points, and I added 50 minutes of refactoring for 500 hot points on the end of the stream. So if you want to see refactoring, make sure to call it. There can be one a stream. I'll do around 15 minutes of refactoring, depending on how far we are. So let's go to our Azure Functions, because we want to create our out service. And we're gonna create a new entity, class, client, let's call it user entity. Entity. Base. What was it? It's called stable entity, not base entity. And I also have a pretty cool ID for this, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. So let's check our client principal. But we're not gonna save the roles. But we're gonna save the identity provider, the user ID, and the user details. But there's something I want to try. I want them to be table entity, ignore property. Oh, ignore property. Yeah, so what I want to do is ignore the identity provider. And now just say, if we're getting it, just return the partition key. And if we're gonna set it, we're gonna set the partition key. So now we don't have to think about what the partition key is, but that it's just an identity provider. And the row key is gonna be the other one. So we're gonna also do ignore property. And do the same here. But then with the row key, equals a value, give an enter, yeah, semicolon, like this. And now we just copy paste everything. Call this the user service and make it for the user entity. What is the problem? Interface member enumerable to do item entity is not implemented. Yeah, that's pretty weird. I'm just gonna copy this and transfer it to the unservers. Oh wait, I need to make the new interface for it. That's right. User service. And let's create an interface, public in user service. And that's gonna extend the Let's see what's gonna cloud table service base. Hello, Lieselotte. How did the exams go? Did you got all 10s again? Or did you go for the... I think reasonable okay. There were 5 so difficult, I say, but hopefully all pass. Well, all pass was what I was going for always, so that's... User service is never used. Yeah, that's fine. And now let's add it to our configuration. Oh, I'm not sure why it's in a class, but I'll fix that. But how are you doing for the rest, Lieselotte? And I see Nevik for the first time, not sure. No, not for the first time. Welcome back, Nevik. How are you doing? We're just adding our way to store new users. Awesome as always, always true. I'm not stuck in the holiday house in Dierenbos with Florian, and I can't really say I recommend that park, but oh well. You're now in Dierenbos. Yeah, I was wrong, Nevik. It's not your first stream. Welcome back. Holiday doesn't sound too appetizing in this time. I don't think there's a lot to do, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you've seen them, but Lieselotte, what do you think about the emotes? No, true. Everything is closed, but you can pet the farm animals through. Oh, that's cool, I think, but yeah, you're probably done with that in an hour or something. Well, I would, but yeah, cool for Fleur, yeah. Yeah, the emotes, you can get them by subscribing, but you can also watch and you get hops. And with with 200 hops you can also unlock it for a day. I only arrived at 3 o'clock today and I was already done with at 4. How long are you staying there? Till Friday. Oh, that's long. Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but that sounds horrible. I'm wondering what happens when we insert something that's already in, because that's fine for now. Public void insert if not exists, and I'm gonna be lazy. We're just gonna do a try. No, we're not gonna do. We're gonna do an insert with the user entity. John, yeah, C# 8 years, but Blazor's new, working with Angular before. Oh, pretty cool, Nevik. Yeah, Angular has some similarities. I think the components, Blazor was inspired by the component-based types of Angular. But I heard a lot of people, and most of them find it really intuitive. At least if you know C#, of course, otherwise that's gonna be a whole other problem. I listened to this playlist non-stop during the exam preparation. Yeah, it's really nice background music. And now let's go to our cloud stable service base. Oh, that's pretty nice. My neighbors are drilling a hole in the wall, but I don't think it's picking up. At least not when I'm not talking. But working on it right now, and Blazor is much easier so far, huh? Yeah. What kind of project are you working on? Maybe I already asked it, but I probably forgot then. Can't hear a thing. That's cool, because you're in the same house as me, Aris. I'm not gonna do a try catch for now because I want to know what exception is thrown when we do that. In the stream, smartass. Sorry. And let's do an insert. If not exist, but for our cloud principle. I can hear you fine, by the way, Thomas. Yeah, John, it was about my neighbor drilling a hole in the wall. Client principle. I couldn't. And let's make the implementation for this. Doesn't need to do this. Go to the implementation. Yeah. And let's add it. And let's private read on. I can't write private read only. Equals mapper. And now let's insert if not exists and then client print. User entity, the client principal. Cool, so this just should call the other method and handle everything. Personal project scans domains, check for errors and highlights them so far with Blazor and MongoDB. Oh, cool. What kind of errors? Is it just the what are you scanning, the HTML or the DNS? So what kind of scanning are you doing? So what I want to do is every time a user, we verify that the user is logged in, we call this function. So we're just gonna do private read only I user service for you client principal equals Are you hearing the hammer? Sometimes, I believe. I'm sorry for that. But I cannot do a lot about it. Well, we could ask Aris of... Oh. Nice, then I have my... HTML, so if the H1 is missing, I want to get a notified, but the DNS is also on the list. Okay, but H1 is not really required for a service for HTML, right? Or Oh, we should also go to our debug out surface. Yeah. So for the people that are a little new, we have the debug out service, as we cannot use the easy out we used on our web app, and this just allows us to get a logged in user to make sure nothing fails. So it's more search engine optimizing tool. Ah, pretty cool. Do search search engines require a H1? I never knew that, but that's pretty obvious. So the last thing we're gonna do is add a user profile. And implement profile. And then just grab our constructor and create map from the client principal to the user entity. And I think this should work. Let's see. Let's also start our Azure Storage Explorer. Nevik, why did you use MongoDB? Did you have experience with it before? Did you want to try it, or? I haven't seen too much Mongo. Ah, there are some rules. Only have one H1 per page. Cool. Is there also like a real use case for it, or are you just gonna... Is it for fun, for your local projects, for work? Do you want to sell it? Okay, and that works. Let's refresh. I love Blazor, it's amazing. Just for the fun right now. Okay, cool. Abet requests. Refresh all tables. Noobs plays 20. I need your help in C#. What's your problem? Where do you need help with? I can put more publics in my code course, then it doesn't get recognized anymore. Like public static voids. I'm not really sure. There's not a max on publics. Tessie, how are you doing? But Noob Place, can you paste your code in here? Maybe we can take a look what's going wrong. But Tessie, how are you doing? Good, currently doing some MATLAB stuff. Cool. Nevix says MongoDB because it's more flexible than SQL. Yeah, okay. That's a good point. I'm using SQL at work, but we are looking at, well, we were looking at some Cosmos DB, but then in a combination, but not right now. Yeah, just show the piece with the public statement, maybe we can see it. Or you could, Noob Place, is it on GitHub? You could, if it's on GitHub, and otherwise you could like, yeah, if it's on GitHub, it's just your code. So my code is in GitHub, but I use Visual Studio to, I don't know how to put it on GitHub. No, that's no matter. If you just do Ctrl A here and go to the link I showed you and do paste. And call it CS or something. And then create secrets. And then give us the URL, we can take a look. What an annoying error. Do you guys see what's going on here? It's just a 400 bet request. Oh, I see at least one problem. This doesn't have a slash. To-do list a service on our Blazor app. Get list. Wait, I was trying something. So what do I need to do? Go to that URL, copy your code, create it, and share the link with us. Oh, I didn't to do item service. Sorry, was looking at the wrong service. That explains a lot. Update, delete, get list. How could it not find the lists? Oh, it's my own link. I thought you already shared it. Huh? I'm just gonna restart the storage emulator. I'm not sure what's going on. While we are waiting, if you like those animations and you want to add your own one, like John, I love Blazor, make sure to go to Looty Files. Then you get to Discover and Free Animations. You can find one you like and then submit it to the form. So if we want that one, we can just copy this Looty animation URL. How could the list not be get entity for Roki? That explains a lot. That's pretty stupid. I should make an hop cross or something. Now that all works again, Let's add a breakpoint again. The server I can't put it on the Git, so I'm gonna paste things of code here, not everything to just show the last thing I did. Sorry, I'm doing it just... Yeah, no problem, just share that part of your code then, or throw that on Git. Property needs value. The values are not specified for all properties in the entity. User details equals top dev. Let's see if that fixed it. Welcome agent commander root. And that's all the new ones in the chat. If you're watching and you didn't join the chat yet, make sure to say hi. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Oh, the partition key is empty. That's weird. Identity user. Nee, user entity. Let's set a breakpoint here. You need to get up account to do that. Okay. Oh, the identity provider also needs to be something. So let's also add it here. Normally this all would be filled using top dev super secret out. Iris Steeleaf, how is the animation going? So if it's a conflict, we don't care for this one. And otherwise we're gonna throw it. And when exception when, let me see what. Let me see when. That seems easy enough. I requested the access with high. Yes, it's private. Yeah. Okay, so what are you trying to make public? What isn't working? Where? If you put another static where? The public doesn't get recognized. Undeterred. New file tests. And let's save as. Let's do it here. Test.cs. Well, first of all, it doesn't really matter if you make it public because it's all in the same class. And yes, make sure to make this one public. But just a quick lesson in C#. I think most of you know it. But for Noobs Play 20, this is a class. and everything in this class can see each other. You also don't need to make this static, as it's the same class, but that's allowed. But if you now make another class called public class Pietje, I don't know why, and then if you wanna use the game title, then you need to make sure this is public. Then you could do program.game title, if this is a function. One, two, three. What error do you get, Noobs Play? But let's also continue. Even the AI corrects the words thinks it exists. Ah, God, really, Pietje? That's so Dutch. Yeah. Even the AI corrects words thinks it exists. Are you trying to create a new function with the same name? Oh. John says you're missing squarely bracket. Because you have one here. You have cases. You have this one here. This one should close. Where, John? This one should close that one, right? Yeah. This works for me. What error do you get? Noob Play. Let's remove the breakpoints. And it works. Nice, this all works. Let me copy the error. Yeah, cool. So now I was looking at Blazor, because now if you ever do a call to the function, you automatically get registered. And is this the correct one? Yep, from our friend Chris Sanity. And that allows us to have type ahead. So an edit form, bind search method. Seems easy enough and should be really cool. So the idea is that when you add a new one, add new to-do list. That should not call new to-do list, but this should be a new person. But if you type here, then you automatically search the database and see if there are other users. So let's work on that. Let's go to the components. New. Yeah, then we're gonna replace this one. Let's create a new folder called users. Let's call this use searcher. User type ahead.cs. I messed up the whole thing. What's the problem, noob? I have 99 errors. That sounds like a song. You can always hit Ctrl Z. But I'm gonna give you a little tip. Noob's Place. If you create a new project, and I also need to show that you get add sources in the bottom, and then you can use Git. Then you can connect to GitHub, and just requires to log in. So you need to make an account, and after that you can oh, it closed my other projects. Nice. But you get version control, and version controls allows you to revert back if you make an error. So every time you finish something, you let's wait till it loads. It's not loading. I'm sorry for closing it. Now it's working. Cool. But then if you press the changes, you can give it a message, and you can select all the files, and then you can press commit all and push, and then it's stored on GitHub. And if you want to revert, you could just select it here and press delete or unstage. But you can also hit Ctrl Z in Visual Studio as long as you don't close it. So if I made a mess, press Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, just as long as I want to go back. And if I go too far back, you can hit Ctrl Shift Z. Let's also add eraser component, user type ahead, components. And let's make this partial. Cool, now we need to add the library. Ctrl A. Okay, I want to show something off. Show a folder. Iris tea leaf, can I show it off on stream? Cool. Iris tea leaf is working on creating an animated animation for me using Blender, but she's really new to it. So she created this one. Can I repeat? So that's really cool. So you say I cannot make a new one. Public static void test. Works for me. No noobs place. What's the method called? It's called the game. Also works for me. Look, I can call the game from here. Well, I removed the big cap, but gonna give it one more try. So you want it here? Public static void. Works for me, mate. Still works for me. Have you tried restarting it? Let's use this type ahead. Yeah, and otherwise, Noobs Plays, update your page with the method that isn't working. So to do this, we need to have type ahead setup include the CSS and HTML. Okay, will do, Mr. Dada. And let's add the script. And we need to add it to our imports. It's public static voids. Well, it's public static void name of the function brackets. Yeah, like John says. And let's let's make this a string. Noobs Play. Copy your code with the function you get the error with. Sure, make it. No, not with a backing crop. Public. Let's art some films. And Ninja Turtles. Now go here. And we need to add it to our imports. Called users. Getting a lot of errors. Expected in todo.blazor.projects razor.cs. No, do the entire thing. Like, what you have that gives an error. If it's just the public, don't care about it, as it's all in the same class. It can all use the same one. To new to-do list. See form model. Oh, that. Now we're just making sure that everything works like we want. We don't care about the submit. Dot name. Dot name. Well, it's all in the same class, so it doesn't matter. Noobs Play, thank you for the follow. We still have an error. It works. Cool. Context the title. Just gonna restart it. Okay, let's not put a form around it for now. Search films by info, new. Let's not call it DTO in here. What the hell are you? Okay. I tried saving it again. That's an error. It's a lot of errors. No problem. Happy to help everyone, every skill level. This is pretty cool, if you ask me. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Well, the CSS needs to be updated a little bit, but I do want it with the edit form, but I think I fixed that. Can do this one and close. Just gonna copy this one again. New to-do list DTO. We don't care about submit right now. New to-do list dot name dot name. You get an error that your .NET access failed. Ever had that before? I believe it had a few times. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times it's like a memory error exception. No, just restart Visual Studio. Should be enough. Select the template, result template. Now the edit form doesn't really matter. Okay, this sounds good. Now let's make... Oh yeah, that works. Weird, had already done that before. Yeah, that's what our Stelievs also says to me when she calls me that her computer is not working. Then she calls me and then it's like, have you tried restarting it? And I say always. She always says yes, and then she does it again and it works always. And it's really funny. But I did the thing. Yes, you're right. You did the thing. So I'm now just creating a new class in our shared project called user. The laptop smells you're coming and it hates it. Yes, you always show your dominance. It's just a good PC. It's unfair. Well, that's your opinion. I did shower yesterday. You never believe what I did yesterday, John. You have 3 guesses. And you have to have it right. Otherwise, I'll get mad. You rode an elephant. Well, we're not in India, and the zoos are closed. Except for the one that Lieselotte is going, but... Nevik needs to go. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Nevik. It was a pleasure. Hope to see you next time. You went to the closet and got stuck in Narnia. No, also not. But close. It's a little bit less believable. Yes, I did a strong Viking. I got my... let me see... the tests. Look. It was pretty hard because I didn't exercise anything since... well, since the second lockdown, so... it was a challenge. Yeah, I did 10, but they were kind of annoying because we didn't have too much well, my condition was never that amazing. Like, when I was fit... Oh, sorry, I did 9. Yeah, you're correct, but I filled 9 in there. But the pull-ups were kind of annoying because there was like an... there wasn't anywhere to do it except for outside, but it was really cold. And... but it was really cold, so I did it inside except the running. But the only thing I could do a pull-up on was like a square wooden support bar, and it wasn't really the best fit for my hands, but yeah, I do everything I said. Tell me about it. At least you're doing it. That's what counts. Yeah. And most of, like, I really like doing the push-ups and the... and the crunches a little less, but also fine. And I really like doing pull-ups, but... it wasn't that amazing. But running, well, it was kind of annoying. But I did it. But it was hella cold. I was really happy when I was done and could get back inside. Yeah, yesterday was pretty cold, yeah. User detailed is top left. Five. I think John is a Facebook user, so he's gonna... No, you cannot log in with LinkedIn, so that's not allowed. And our Steeleaf uses micro. You don't want to see your face on the book. Yeah, but that's why I don't use Facebook. I think I'm gonna have a small break. Just getting something new to drink. And then we will continue with the type ahead. If you want, you can buy a refactor session for 500 hubs. And then we do an end of stream, we do a refactoring. The hubs are free, so you just have to watch. I'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. Hope everybody is still here. Let's continue with the type ahead. Not the identity provider, but the user ID. Let's run our function. But Tessie, are you looking for the YouTube recordings? I didn't know many people watch them, so it's really good to hear that people do watch them. Yeah, you're right. I should have 10. I think I can get 9 in total. But not all of them are complete. No, I think I can get. If you wanna see the last ones, they are also on Twitch. Let's create a service that is gonna request all the users. Public. Let's stop debugging as it's really annoying. Enumerable. Do we want the user? Get search users by name. String search texts. And then we want to do the private read-only HTTP service. But good to hear that people are looking for them. Then I can start working on it. User data. Oh. For everybody that is watching, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And if you're new, feel free to say hello, as it's really appreciated. And John wants to redeem his refactor. We'll do that at the end of the stream. Is there any particular part that you wanna see the refactor on? Just check if there are any new looties, but no one. And go to our function constants. Public class user public constant string. Maybe the general structure. Well, we did a lot of that last stream, so last stream we changed a lot of the structures. So what we did was we had the pages, and we only made them pages. We have our models and our forms. So that still makes sense. We have a factory, we have our extensions, we have our components, and the to-do list, the to-do list item, and now the users. Our auto mapper. For the test we have component pages and utils. And for shared, we have constants, TTOs, enums, and models. And for our functions, we have app settings, so that's just settings. We have auto mapper, constant, entities, extensions, factories, functions, models, and services. Well, in that case, pick one you think might work. Sounds good. I'm not really sure if we have too good of points. Maybe we change it to some adding more tests with bunits, if that is okay. Search username. Function con. I'm not gonna call it search get users. And not to use. Get users and return. And we want an EA numerable from the user. Now I wanna refactor, extract tune interface in its own file. Next. Let's go here and move this. Oh, wrong key, not F5. I want to hit F6. Cool. And now let's inject it. Whoa, I can't type right now. Okay, now that all works. User service. And let's make it a task. Let's await it. Let's fix this. Okay, now it works. And now we're gonna create a new function. So we're gonna call users and a new class get users function. Public. Let's copy this. User service. User service. So now we are making a function that lets you search for the users. Search user details string search text. And now we can go to the implementation. Because we don't have anything for this. So we want to do the cloud table. Create query. User entity. Where? I want the other where. Is there anything you guys want to see in next stream? No, any libraries? Any? I don't know what's. And of course we do this. Is there a lot there can still be added? Maybe slowly moving to a new project. I think we're not completely done yet. But you're right. I don't think there are many features like we could add. A cool thing maybe could be that to add the Pomodoro timer. I think it's called that. Pomodoro timer. Yeah. So the thing is that you need to work the Pomodoro timer is that you need to work 25 minutes on one task or watch and then take a 5-minute break and then do another 20. Whoa, that's just mean, John. That's not cool. This is bullying. No, I'm joking. But that's something we can add. We can add like we could look at more rights. That if you are that you can give people editing rights, only viewing rights, or sharing rights, so they can all even share it with other people, and then maybe even that they are allowed to give other people rights. Maybe option to add an image file to a to-do list. That could also be really cool, as we also have the blob storage. I'm not really sure how we... I don't think that should be an image, but the files could be really cool, because the image you also want to show. Whoa, that was my voice. But yeah, the files could be really cool. We already have blob storage, so that should be not too bad, but also not that easy. It's not like 5 minutes of work, but... And the rides is really cool. Okay, that's also really nice to hear. You said move on to another project. What kind of projects do you guys want to see? Because then I can start working on that. Well, I'm thinking about that. And let's do the mapper. We don't have the mapper here. Not sure, think about it. Next stream you'll have enough anyway. Yeah, I think I can at least fill like 1 or 2 weeks. User they owe. Oh, I was like, that looks really weird, but Visual Studio finally catched up. Let me see. How did we wanna get it? Go to implementation. Because I think the next project should be a little bit bigger. I don't think she's here anymore, but not sure. I also wanna have like take 10. If it contains the key. And oh, that could be true, but maybe that just means she was in the chat today. I don't know how the tagging works. For search text equals request.query. Wait, can I just do try get value out var search text? Nope, once she leaves, but okay. Well, maybe she's also watching, but like there's a high chance that she got distracted by her Blazor. Enumerable with users. Otherwise, users dots. Let's go to the cloud table service. Public EA numerable T get int take int skip. Well, you skip first, so int skip int take. Return cloud table. Create query T skip take to list. And let's copy this part. No, this part. Yes. And let's do like this. User dot get 0 and 10. Let's change the expression. And now we can have it in one line. Like this. Oh. Automapper. We already have client principal to user entity. Create map user entity to user data. I was like, I believe that should work, but well, this one is working, so don't be a bitch and build. That's weird. Wait. I already know the problem. User dot get. Not sure that is the that is the problem. Now it is running. Are you running? Yeah, you're running. That is an error. Oh, we didn't register our service. This is our function, of course. Let's go to the program.cs. We have a function called here that adds services. User service, user service. Now hit that refresh button and hope it works. And we get an error. Not found. Get users, user details is... Let's see the function. Okay, we cannot have skip. I'll leave it for now. Are you running Blazor on .NET 5? I updated mine to 5, but now it no longer finds framework /blazor.webassembly.yes. Yes, I am running on it. What does your... Let me see. The index. Is it like this? Or is it like this? Or this? No, this I think. It also shouldn't matter too much, probably. Do you get that error in your... Where do you get that error? On Visual Studio, in your browser, or what's the last one? Or online? Okay. And the skip also doesn't work. Oh, that's really annoying. I still want to do a tick, so maybe I wouldn't recommend using this database for like big projects. But error when I run it. Did you Blazor updates? No, I don't want code mag. I want announcing. Like, did you do this? And from what version did you come? That seems to work right now. From what version did you come, John? Were you already on the 5? Or were you on 3.1? Then you also need to click also need to check out this. How is it not found? Yeah, no problem. You didn't do that? Let's remove this part for now. Not found. Get users. I've got the API. Yeah, we know you cannot accept the take. We will remove that and move it after that. Sure, to list. Now he's happy. I don't really like it too much, but I would love to do just a take on the query, but hey, it's not allowed. Not implemented. What's not implemented? Contains? or to lower. Let's see. Otherwise, this is gonna be a really big fail. Well, no, I've still one thing that it's not that clean, but then we can just grab the entire table and search on that. I don't think we get 10 million people, so that should also be fine. Yeah, not implemented. Let's see. We got an OK. But why do we get an error? Let's go to our user service. Because we think we get a single object, but we get a list. Still an error. Error mapping, enumerable. Enumerable to enumerable user. Let me see, did we create a mapping for this? No, we didn't. So let's do that. User profile. Citor. Oh. Citor. Create. And of course, we need to extend the profile. Create map user DTO to the user. We were so close. User DTO to user. We're doing that. Oh, I just needed to restart. Ads. And John is using Facebook again. Oh no, the ID is 5. And let's see. We also have Microsoft soft. We have iris tea leaf. Oh wait, this be something like this. And let me see, we also have Nevik. And he's also on Facebook. This is really cool. I should make this a little bit higher. But it does work. Even though John doesn't believe in Facebook. Oh, that's big. What happens with auto? It's still kinda big. But I really don't wanna mess with the CSS right now. I think this is so cool. Let's see. What we could do is make a reference public user And then here, and then yeah, let's rename this to users. Search users. It is accessible, at least it should be. Maybe it didn't. Search users. Search users. Search users. Maybe it wasn't saved. Holy shit, that was stupid. But we're live again. Let's make sure our Azure function is working. It still adds the IDs, but that's fine for now. And it also still works. Let's see. John wanted some refactoring. But there's also something I wanna check out. Because last stream our build pipelines were like really broken. Create status patch. No, I wanna just run it. Rerun jobs, rerun all jobs. Let's see if it is already fixed. John, I'm really thinking about what to refactor, but it's really hard. They fixed it for most Debian versions, but not for Ubuntu yet. Well, that's stupid. I think I'm running Ubuntu, but I'm not completely sure. Yeah, Ubuntu licensed. Could just change it because I don't really care what's running on. That's the beauty, but still. Setting up .NET 5. At least it is running the test, but it's not working correctly. But that's something we can check out later. Rebuild. Let's see if we get errors. Otherwise we do that for a few minutes. And I think it was a pretty slow stream, but that's also fine. But that probably means we keep it a little bit shorter. Also, I see Silly Gnome in the chat. Welcome, how are you doing? What? Why can I not do this? The type to-do list overview component cannot be used. To an I component. What? Because this should just have a component base. Yeah, it's already specified. Let me go here. It has an I component. Ah! But it also doesn't explain why this isn't running. This is that to do the program, that's yes. Episode 10 already. Let's see if that does build. Or that it has a lot more problems. I think I'm gonna rename the one with refactoring. And I'm just gonna call it like write one unit test and do it more between the streams because it's kind of hard to refactor right now, except for or components that don't wanna render. Really strange. Let's see if my it could be that by doing some checking I destroyed it. But we still have the text context mock load. I can also just do the and let's remove this one. And that means this is already implemented. It does find it. I don't know. We don't have to add those. Like this one is going. I really don't know what's going on. And this is a lot of errors. So I'll look at it tomorrow or maybe this weekend. Not sure. Oh wait. Oh, 4 fields. Can we run them? It could be that I like. Yeah, I was thinking that. Blazor.test. Oh wait, I can just run all. Nope. Maybe there's something wrong going here. It did work. Yeah, it said that the service wasn't registered. But that's fine because I'm not gonna watch too much of this. Yeah, there seems something wrong with the mock. I'm not really sure what, but I'm gonna change this all to work with our to don't even need to register the services, but just let AutoFixture fix that. But that's something hopefully for next stream, not sure, and otherwise for another stream. I'm gonna leave it with this for today. Hope you all had a great stream, and I'll hope to see you all on Wednesday, as I stream every Monday and Wednesday from 7 till 10 p.m. If you don't know what time that is, for me it's almost 10 right now, so just get your time with and remove 3 hours, and that's when I start. Come say hello, and it's always appreciated if you're here. If you're new, feel free to hit that follow button, and I hope I'll see you all next time.